الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Just give me 1 second. I just need to find where I have downloaded the file. Okay, there it is. Okay, brilliant.
Maulana, can I
But
just ask a question
yes,
about our
Bismillah. Go
last?
ahead.
When we did this sentence, Katala al-waladu al-waladul hayyata bil udi. What does udi mean?
Oh, bil audi is a stick. By
Oh,
by a piece of wood.
oh, it's again a stick.
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay. No problem. Now, over here now on page number 31. So what we have done here is that in the Arabic language, the noun can be in the state of mansub, meaning that the last letter of the noun can end with a fatha. There are several cases and scenarios where this can happen. And what they have done here is that now they're trying to summarize what you have studied already in the past 5 books, and this has been the 6th book, so that you can make everything much more clear and crystallize your Arabic grammar understanding. I'm going to ask Sister Kulthum, as you've been away, to come on the mic and inshallah read and explain what's happening and why is this noun mansub and why is the other noun marfu and so forth, so that it refreshes our memory. Bismillah, Sister Kulthum.
Inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. When is a noun mansub in the accusative case? A noun is mansub when it is an ism of inna. For example, inna Allaha ghafurun. Surely Allah is forgiving. So inna is I don't remember what we call it, but in Allaha, the laha is the ism of inna. Give me again, what do we call inna?
Particle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So inna is the particle, and
Yes,
Allah is the ism of inna, and it's always a mansub, and the khabar inna is ghafurun, which is always marfu.
Excellent. So inna is called huruf al-mushabbahatun bil-fi'l. So this is a practical name. It's a particle which resembles a verb. Because why? Because it acts in 2 words. That inna Allah, ha is getting a fatha because of inna. Ghafurun gets dhamma marfu. And like a verb, as you know, when you have a verb, the doer of the verb is marfu and the object of the verb is
Mansub.
Exactly.
Yes.
So because of this, it's called a particle which resembles the verb.
Okay, so it resembles the verb.
Yes. Yeah,
One question, Sheikh. Inna always comes in the present tense, right?
No, inna is a particle. It doesn't come.
No, it is a particle, but it's always in the present tense, right?
Exactly. Surely is, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And kana does the opposite. Kana it gives the meaning of the past tense. Excellent.
Was.
Yes.
Yeah. Was.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the best one was, remember, kuntu nabiyan. Kuntu nabiyan. The Prophet of Islam said, I was a prophet. Wal adamu bain al ma'i wat-teen. I was a prophet before Hazrat Adam alayhi salam was created, and Adam was between soil and water.
So kuntu is kana. So in there, ismu kana is marfu.
Here, no.
So kuntu, the tu is the ism fa'il.
No,
I mean,
no,
the ism,
no, no,
ism
no, no,
kana.
no. Okay, good. Kuntu is a pronoun, and
Yes.
to this is a these are pronouns
Conjugation.
and conjugation which are attached to the verb.
Yes.
They are not marfu. It's marfu because it's the pronoun, and it always is marfu. So those are indeclinable pronouns. They remain the same regardless of whether they're coming as a doer or whether they're coming as an object or whatever position they are coming in. So kuntu is kuntu, remains wherever situation it comes. So
Okay, so clarification, Sheikh, I mistook it when you said kuntu Muhammadan.
Yep.
I didn't realize that kuntu is the conjugation and it replies, it is to Allah said to Rasulullah. Is that what it is?
no,
or what is that
no,
ayah?
No, kuntu nabiyan. The prophet said,
Nabiyyan.
I was a prophet.
Oh,
Kuntu nabiyan. So nabiyan is the khabar of kuntu.
okay, perfect.
And to is the ism of kana.
Yes.
Perfect.
And in this particular case, tu remains tu because it is mabni. It is a
Exactly.
conjugation, it's a pronoun. Okay.
Exactly.
So khabar of kana, example, kanat ta'amul lazizan. So the food was delicious. Here, kana is the represents the again harf. So it is was. Ta'amu is ismu kana and lazizan is khabar kana.
Okay, one correction. So the correction is this: inna is a particle. Okay, is a
particle. Yes.
Kana is not a particle. It's not a particle.
It's a verb, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Yes.
Imperfect verb. Yes.
Exactly. So this is something we need to remember. Now, they are called imperfect verbs, but these imperfect verbs, they demonstrate or they act in a nominal sentence. Okay. So if we remove kana, at-ta'amu ladhidhun, the translation will be?
The food was delicious.
No, if kana wasn't there.
If kana wasn't there, then it would be just that the food is delicious. Yeah, the food is delicious.
Exactly. So just remember this: kana is a defective verb, and it acts and it changes the harakat of a nominal sentence itself.
Okay, and it cannot be alone because it's imperfect. It needs something additional, correct? Like jealous. Yeah, I mean, he said, but this one cannot be on its own.
Correct.
Okay. Then number 3, mafulun bihi, example, fahimtu darsa. I have understood the lesson. So here, fahimtu is the verb, tu is the doer, and then darsa is mafulun bihi.
Correct.
And that darsa becomes mansub because that is what is acted upon.
Excellent.
The verb acts upon.
Excellent.
And then mafulun fihi, safara abi laylan. So safara abi, my father traveled by night.
Correct.
And here laylan is mafulun fihi. And is that because it is referring to time, or I'm not quite sure? Yes.
Exactly. So maful fihi, it's the maful means object. Fihi, it refers to time and place. In English, so when you say night, daytime, evening, so this is time. Anything related to time and space, it's called an adverb. So I sat. So for example, safara abi laylan. My father traveled during the night. Safara abi dhuhran. Safara abi yawmal jumu'ati. Yawmal jumu'ati. My father traveled on
Friday.
Exactly.
So here, when you say yawmal jumu'ati, that particular is mudaf alayh.
Ahsanti. And because it's mudaf ilayh, the first part, the mudaf, takes the harakat of the maf'ul fihi from yawmu to yawma.
Okay. So when we are looking at number 4, I'm going to just kind of dissect it a little bit more. Safara abi is a full sentence, right? That my father traveled.
Yep. It's a
But
full
then
sentence.
Laylan is trying to give a little more detail about
Correct.
when he travels. So that's the reason why it is mafulun fihi.
Correct. Because in the Arabic, good question. Let me add something additional to this. In the Arabic language, there are two types of verbs. We did this before. Some verbs complete their meaning with the doer. They do not require an object.
Ah.
And some verbs require an object to complete their meaning. For example, he went. Muhammad went. So when you say Muhammad went, it doesn't require an object.
Correct.
However, if I said Daraba Muhammadun, Muhammad hit. And if you're not too sure whether this is a verb which requires an object or doesn't require an object, there is a trick. The trick is put the verb it or him after it. So if I said Muhammad hit him or it makes sense.
Yes.
So it means that this verb requires an object. It's called a transitive verb. And if a verb doesn't require an object, it's called an intransitive verb.
Okay.
These are some, I don't know, you may have done this. I did this before, but students tend to forget.
जी हमने किया है ना लाजिम और मुतादी आपने
जी,
करवाया था
lazim, yeah, that's right. Lazim and
Yes.
mutad.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Sister
I
Wajda.
think this is a good revision because you forget.
No, that's fine. I know that. Thing is that you have to, these formulas, they have to be repeated to remember them. Yes, what's your question, Bismillah?
Yeah, what is the difference between that maf'ulun fihi and zarf?
It's the same thing. So yeah, maf'ul fihi, it's maf'ul, which is okay. The maf'ul fihi, it's getting a fatha, and when you say dharf, so it can come with a dhamma because so for example, if I'm saying to make a sentence, if you say if you say the word yawm al-jum'ah, if it's yawm al-jum'ah, it's coming with dhamma. But when you say maf'ul fihi, it means that the dharf, which is now going to be used, the adverb which is going to be used in the maf'ul fihi, is now going to have a fatha, not a dhamma nor a kasra. But zarf is the words itself. All of the words are called zarf, but when they are coming and being used as maf'ul fihi, then the harakat will end with the fatha itself. For example, sabahun. Sabahun means morning.
Morning.
Masa'un means evening.
Evening.
Yeah, so these are dharf. Zarf is zaman. But if I'm going to add them in a sentence and put them as maf'ul fihi, they will not be masa'un or sabahun because they are going to indicate time and place when the action is occurring. So I would say now it will be changed from masa'un to masa'an. Sabahun will change to sabahan. So that's why they are now called maf'ul fihi instead of zarf. Is this clear?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question. So when they're getting a fatha, they will call maf'ul fihi. If they're getting a dhamma, then they will be called as zarf, adverbs.
Perfect.
Okay, that's a good question.
No, it's dhamma. When it's dhamma, then it's zarf, right? And when
Correct.
it's fatha, then it's
Maf'ul fihi, excellent. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Shall I continue?
Let me bring someone.
Do you want me to
else
finish
from-
number 4 first?
Yes, you
Okay.
can. And I'll bring someone else. Go ahead.
Jalasal mudarrisu indal mudiri. The teacher sat at the headmaster's. So here you have inda, which is a zarf is makan.
Correct.
And then because of that, then you have mudiri. But so inda is the one that is mansub because it is a zarf.
Correct. And inda is mudaf, al-mudiri is mudaf ilay.
Perfect. Yes. All right. Thank you, Sheikh.
You're welcome. Can I request, mashallah, Tehsina is here as well. Sister Sadiqa Asaria. And then I'll bring Sister Parveen. Can you do 5, 6, 7, and 8, please?
Number 5. Marful lahu. For example, ma kharajtu min al-bayti khawfan min al-hari. I did not leave the house for fear of heat.
Exactly. Now remember this point here. It says maf'ul. Maf'ul is an object. Lahu. Right. I did this before. Now, this book is a really good book. And what I'll do, if you look at the bottom, it tells you the Arabic as well. Maf'ul fihi, maf'ul lahu, maf'ul ma'hu, and maf'ul mutlaq. Okay, it's got them. Now, what I will do is that I will send you a list of these objects from the ayat of the Quran so that you can understand and benefit as well, inshallah. Okay. Now, let me explain. Maf'ul lahu. Now, the word lahu, if you look at the bottom as well, the footer, it says lahu. If you read them next to it, it says is a noun. Go ahead, sister. Point number 2. Maf'ul lahu, just at the bottom underneath the footer, it says is a noun.
It's a noun that gives the reason for doing a thing.
Exactly. So what happens is that this maf'ul, it literally explains the reason why you're doing the action itself. For example, I'll give you an example. قتلت اللص خوفا من القتل. قتلت الحية خوفا من القتل. Translation: I killed the snake fearing from dying. What does that mean? Why did I kill the snake?
It would have killed you.
Exactly. So what is happening that the object in the sentence is coming, and this object which is coming is explaining why you're doing this action itself. Now, in this sentence here now, ما خرجت من البيت خوفا من الحر. I did not leave the house before fear of the heat. So here, the word khawfan is coming with a fatha, tanween, not as an object, but it is the reason why the verb of leaving from the house occurred itself. Now I'll give you an example from the Quran. It says la taqtulu awladakum. La taqtulu awladakum. What does the translation say for la taqtulu awladakum khashyata imlakin. Khashyata imlakin.
जी अपनी औलाद को कत्ल ना करो
गुर्बत की वजह से.
जी.
Khashyata imlak, means do not kill your children due to the fear of financial restraints.
जी.
So imlak means fear of this financial restraint. Imlak.
Yeah, financial restraints. Yes.
Imlak.
Allah says, "Nahnu narzuquhum." Allah says, "Nahnu narzuquhum." We shall provide for them itself. So this is called maf'ul fihi, that the object comes as a means of explaining why the verb is happening. Is that clear, Doctor? Sister Sayyidah Huma?
Lovely boy. Thank you.
Brilliant. I'm a lovely boy, Doctor. Thank you.
Sorry, I was talking to my grandson. Sorry.
No, I'm joking. I'm probably the younger, the same age of your son is not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a noun though, is it?
Yeah, khawfan is a noun. Yeah, it is a noun. So all maf'uls itself are nouns. They're not never verbs itself.
Okay. Number 6. Marful ma'ahu.
Maf'ul ma'ahu. So maf'ul ma'ahu. So this maf'ul with it. So the first one, maf'ul lahu, this explains the reason why the verb took place. Now this verb is something else. Now I'll explain in a minute. Bismillah. Let's read it first.
Okay. Example. Sirtu wal jabal. I walked along the mountain. وَخَالَدًا إِلَّا السُّوقِ ذَهَبَتُ. Have I read that wrong? No.
No, that's right. No, ذهبت وخالد.
No. ذهبت وخالدا إلى السوق.
Excellent.
I went to the market along with Khalid.
Yeah, so this, what happens here, مفعول معه, can you see سرت, I walked, والجبل, I walked, and this is and the mountain, correct?
Yeah.
So what is happening? والجبل is getting a fatha, correct?
Yeah. So the
So
wow
what-
has a lot of different meanings then.
Yes, absolutely right. There's wawi qasam, wawi haliya, wawi ataf, wawi musta'nafa. What else is there? And wawi zaida and wawi haliya. So I think there's about 8 or 10 types of waws as well in the Arabic language.
Wow, qasam, no?
Yes, Gigi, I done the waw qasam, yes. So waw coming here, this waw, which is coming, this waw, it comes with a noun, and the noun which comes after it will end with a fatha. Can you see it? Sirtu wal jabala. Now, what this means is that the verb and this noun which is coming, they are accompanying each other. They're accompanying each other. So they're coming together. So that's what it means. That when this verb is happening, this is happening together as well. Like dhahabtu wa khalidan. Dhahabtu, I went to the market along with. That meaning that when I was going, Khalid was with me. So this
So
wow.
Sheikh, yeah, go ahead, and then I have a question.
Yeah. So this wow, it means that the verb and this noun, they are happening together. They are accompanying together. So the noun which comes after this wow will end with a fatha or a fatha tanween itself. So this is called wow maf'ul ma'ahu, maf'ul, which is being accompanied with something else.
मौलाना सर ये कुरान में है मफूल माहू
जी क्यों नहीं है?
है अच्छा okay.
जी
So Sheikh, if you were to say zahabtu ma'a Khalidin,
no, you will not say ma'a Khalidin. You will say dhahabtu wa Khalidin. If you say ma'a Khalidin, then it will be ma'a be mudaf and Khalidin mudaf ilayh. It will change it from maf'ul ma'ahu, even though it gives the meaning of maf'ul ma'ahu, but because you put ma'a, it will be treated as mudaf ilayh.
so it
But
will
if
become
you put,
Khalidin.
yeah, because you change it Khalidin with kasrat tanween, that's why it becomes mudaf ilayh. But if it's wa Khalidan, then it will call maf'ul ma'ahu.
So I'm just trying to figure out there's a different way of saying the sentence because in the past we have been introduced to ma'a. So this is a different way of saying the same thing using a wow.
Yes, yeah, but this is used with a verb. So this wow is going to come with a verb. So wa
Okay.
khalidan, there has to be a verb in the sentence as well.
So it's a verbal sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
Sheikh, if you can give us all the details of the wow, different types of wows, it'll be very useful.
No problem, doctor. I'll send you a list of the wows. I'll do that for you. That's not an issue at all. So I'm going to send you, after these 10 points, I will send you a list of all of these maf'uls from the ayat of the Quran, so that when you read the Quran, you will benefit and you will enjoy it much more, inshallah. So I'll do that list, inshallah. No problem. So, sister, so it's maf'ul ma'ahu. If you read footnote 3, maf'ul ma'ahu is a noun.
Noun coming after the wow, which means along with.
Exactly. Is that clear? So I'll give you an example. The winter came and the coats came. The winter came along with the coats. What does that mean? When the winter was there, everyone start wearing their coats. So in Arabic, you say ja al bardu wal jubbatu. Jubbatu is the Arabic word for coat. Ja al bardu wal jubbatu.
Ah, okay.
Right. Is shitan winter.
Yeah, you can say ja al yeah. You can say al bardu is cold as well. The cold came and shita is winter. I said the cold came with the
With the coats, yeah.
Yeah, with the jackets or the jackets. Or أقصد جاء الشتاء والجبات. The winter came with the coats.
Yeah.
मौलाना साहब
will
तो
be
जुबातो होगा या
will
जुबाता
jubata.
ता होगा? आपने
So
कहा ना
well,
कि नाउन मंसूब
Yeah.
आएगा ना?
yeah. Well, because jubbat is a plural. That's jubbati so if I say if it, well jubbata, correct.
Yes.
Correct. Excellent. Next one, sister. Do the next one, and then I'll bring someone else on the mic.
Number 7. Marfu
Yep.
mutlaq. Udhkurullaha dhikran kathiran. Remember Allah much.
So I did this. I did a whole 2 lessons on maf'ul mutlaq. So it's a maf'ul, of course, but this is a maf'ul. Mutlaq means absolute. What does this do? This is a descriptive object, further clarifying how you are performing the verb itself. So let's read the bullet point. Point number 4 under the footnote. Maf'ul mutlaq
Is the
masdar of the verb.
the verb occurring in the same sentence.
Yeah, so it's basically the root word of the verb occurring in the sentence. Like, for example, I ran. So here this is ayat of the Quran is better to do. Remember Allah, dhikran kathira, much remembrance. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, dhikran kathira, in abundance.
Much remembrance.
Yes, dhikran kathira, in abundance. So the action itself of remembrance should be done in abundance. So dhikran kathira, this dhikr, which is a noun masdar, same as the verb, and kathir is the adjective for dhikra, is indicating how much of this action should be occurred itself. So as you know, some actions you do it consecutively, continuously, and sometimes you do action once and then you leave it itself. So this is maf'ul mutlaq, that it's a noun, a masdar, and it shares the same root verb as the verb, and it explains further how the action or the description, how the verb has taken place. Is that clear? Yes, doctor.
Would the last line of Dua Kumail be the example of maf'ul mutlaq? وَسَلَّمَ تَسْلِيمًا كَثِيرًا.
Yes, exactly. Correct. Absolutely right. وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا.
ترتيلا. Yeah.
وَصَبِّحُوا تَصْبِيحًا كَثِيرًا. There are many ayat in the Quran. I'll share with you so that you can practice on the maf'ul mutlaq as well, inshallah.
Shaykh, this sentence.
Yes, doctor.
Shirtu wal jabal. Somebody can think it is I walked with the mountain.
No, yeah, the mountain. You know, some mountain. It's firm. It doesn't walk. So you walked. I walked along the mountain. So here is that the action of my walking was along the mountain itself. You understand that? Well, jabal, what it means from there. So of course, we have to. It's not like some denomination that they don't use their heads at all. They completely close their brains and just think like cocoons, or God knows how you put them. So alhamdulillah, you have to use your brains when you're thinking of this itself.
I see. You see the context.
Yes, absolutely right.
The context.
Exactly. So as what the Quran says, man a'ma fi whoever is blind in this dunya, they will be more blind in the akhirah itself. What does this mean? So
Trying to the debate.
Exactly. So hal here, number 8 itself, I will give to sister, who did I say? Sister Parveen Naqavi. Go ahead, Sister Parveen Naqavi. Sister Parveen, are you there, or she's disappeared?
मैं unmute नहीं हो रहा था.
Bismillah, Bismillah, go ahead.
The point है मौलाना साहब.
जी, numbers hal, it's numbers 8.
Number 8. Hal, for example, Jaddi Yusalla Qaid.
No, Jaddi Yusalli.
Yusalli, okay. Jaddi Yusalli Qaidan. My grandfather prays sitting. So this is like halat of the person doing the action.
Yeah, so this hal itself, it explains or it further elaborates on the condition how the person is performing his prayers itself. So
Right.
this is called hal. So hal, whenever we say this is hal, this is like hal itself. It's like, now okay, hal can be sometimes one word, qa'idan, whilst he was sitting, and it also can be a sentence, wahuwa, or I could say wahuwa qa'idun, wahuwa qa'idun, and whilst he was,
while he was sitting.
yes. Yeah, so it can be a single word, qa'idan with a fatha tanween, or if I add waw and make a complete sentence, that is also hal as well. So hal can be one word, or it can be a sentence, and it has to have waw before it.
So it has
Jaddi yusalli wa huwa qa'idun. Then you will say the whole sentence is coming as a state, like Mawla Ali alayhi salam in Nama. So in Nama itself, وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَهُمْ راكعون. Here, waw here is waw haliya, and our Sunnis, they say no, as they have animosity Mawla Ali alayhi salam, they have both of Mawla Ali in their hearts because they are father of Muawiyah la'natullah. So they say no, this is not waw haliya, this is waw which is a new sentence. This yeah, you see, and the translations of the English translation of Quran, you see, and they are in this, they are giving alms in ruku. We say this translation is incorrect. Our say whilst, and they are whilst in the state of ruku.
Yeah.
So the word state has been used, or whilst they are, and then a discussion comes. Mawla Ali alayhi salam is one person. Mawla Ali alayhi salam is one person. Why is the plural being referred to Mawla Ali? That is perfectly possible, and that is legitimate in the Quran, that when you want to show importance of a person or a personality, you don't use a singular verb, you use a plural to refer to the singular itself.
And
even in Urdu,
has
even
been
in Urdu,
many times.
Yes.
The plural is used.
Yes.
Ji.
So this happens. So even in Urdu language, we don't say you use word you use aap as a means of respect to someone in front of you as well, older. So the same thing has been used in the Quran when Allah wants to show dignity and respect and importance of some personality. He has used the plural itself. Is this clear? Hal. So hal is a word which comes, and you will see that this explains how the verb has been undertaken itself. That's called hal. Number 9.
Number 9.
Yes. Sister, go ahead. Wajda.
I'm asking only if it's like habit, like reading namaz every day or every morning and night. Like if the time comes like continuously, it's still hal.
So hal is indicating. So I don't understand. Is he referring to the question of Mawla Ali alayhi salam giving zakat continuously, or what is your question? I don't understand the question.
No, I'm talking about this sentence here.
Yes. This is indicating. Jaddi yusalli qa'idan. So it's not indicating that he's doing this whilst his grandfather is praying. He is in the state of prayer. Sorry, in the state of sitting itself. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow, it's not clear whether he's doing this regularly, because this is just a general sentence.
For the hal only present right now. Okay. Okay, thank you.
And hal is normally present itself. It doesn't indicate every day. If it said yawmiyan, then we understand this is something is not a daily basis. But at the moment, it's just present tense.
Number 9, tamiz. Yep. For example, asanu minka khatan. Ana asanu minka khatan. I'm better than you in what is khatan?
Writing.
Writing. So my writing is better than yours.
Yep.
Okay, translation is right there. I'm better than you in handwriting. So
Yeah.
so it is the like तमीज is खतन. It ये explain करता है कि किस वजह से मेरी writing बेहतर है.
No, it's tamiz is something. So tamiz itself is called something distinguishing. So when, for example, I'll explain. Ana ahsan minka. I'm better than you. If I say I'm better than you, why am I better than you? Why am I saying I'm better? It removes the ambiguity from the sentence to make it clearer for you. So ana ahsanu minka, why are you better? Khatan, in writing. So I am better than you, I'm good looking than you, I'm taller than you, I'm better. So this word which comes, it clarifies the sentence. For example, I'll give you an example. I bought 1 kilo. If I said I bought 1 kilo, what did I buy 1 kilo?
नहीं पता.
Exactly.
Clear नहीं है.
So if I say أنا اشتريت 1 كيلوغرام من التمر أو من العدس من الفواكه أو زيت, I bought 1 kilo of tomatoes or dates or potatoes or oil. This clarifies why I did this action and why I am performing this action itself. It just removes the ambiguity. This is called tamiz. Tamiz removes the ambiguity and the clarity from the sentence.
I think
Medina book. It is explaining. It's not explaining, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So it's a clarification, further very clarification of the sentence.
जैसे एक बच्चा दूसरे बच्चे से इतना टॉलर है तो
yeah,
वो भी तमीज में आता है.
Yep. So if it's coming in a sentence, that is called tamiz. And I'll give you examples as well of tamiz as well. So that just to refresh in your memories as well. And finally, number 10.
Number
10 and 11.
Mustasna.
Let me give this to Sister Sadiqa. So Sister Sadiqa Jafar. And then I will give it, and I will bring someone else as well. And then Sister Zabunisa, inshallah.
Number
Go
10.
ahead. Yep.
Mustathna. Example, Hadara al-tullabu kulluhum illa Hamidan. So all the students attended except Hamid.
So this is called mustathna, exemption. So, in the Quran, in regards to Hazrat Adam alayhi salam sajda.
Yeah.
And it said,
Illa Iblis.
Illa Iblis. So Illa Iblis is coming in as an exception from all of the individuals who performed that prostration itself. So mustathna means an exception from the ruling of the action of being present itself. So yes, doctor.
Sorry, would another example would be Ma ra'aytu illa jamila.
Ahsantu, ma ra'aytu
illa jamila.
Jamila. Okay, that's another example.
But Morana, if you say Ma ra'aytu illa jamila, it is only referring to her. Is it? Oh yeah, it's an exception. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. The only thing I see is beauty.
Yeah. So she's the only one who's seeing it. Nobody else seeing
exactly.
it.
So no. Ma ra'aytu, meaning that for all of the things which I see, I only see beauty in it. I do not see any anything else. I do not see any opposite of ugliness. I see only beauty. Everything is perfection.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense. Number 11.
Number 11. Munada. Example. Ya Abdullah.
So what is happening here?
Oh, Abdullah. Munada, is Munada calling? No.
Yes, that's right. Munada is calling. Absolutely right. So whenever Munada is calling and whenever a Munada is mudaf ilayh, Abdullah is 2 words.
or Abdullah. So
Yeah,
mudaf ilayh.
exactly. So
It's an
because
exclamation mark.
yeah, there's Munada is called explanation. That's the word which is used in English.
Sorry, can you repeat that word? I didn't quite.
So Munada is called because on the book it says particle of explanation. Yeah, so Ya itself, which is for calling, and Abdullah. So it should have been Abdullah, and it's becoming now Abdullah itself. So whenever Ya comes, the noun which is after is mudaf ilayh. The first part of it will have a fatah because Ya itself, it comes as in the meaning of a verb. I am calling who? Abdullah. From Abdullah, it becomes Abdullah because Ya is meaning I am calling in that meaning.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That's
तो
everything. I'm
मौलाना
not.
साहब हमें फिर ये लिखना चाहिए ना कि मुनादा मुदाफ जो है वो है ये
Yeah.
नसब में क्योंकि
No, no, no,
खाली
no, no, no,
मुनादा
no, no,
तो
no, 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 no. You cannot say munada. Munada are two types. Munada can be ma'rifa, like Ya Imran or Ya Muhammad or
जी
Ya
जी
Ali.
जी
But when it's munada, it, of course, is referring to munada mudaf itself, not munada ma'rifa.
अच्छा ओके
Okay? So this is you have to remember that point. So if munada comes, Ya comes with a name, Ya Muhammad, then it becomes Ya Muhammado. Ya Aliyo. But when it's mudaf ilay, then the mudaf of the munada will take a fatah itself. That will be enough for today, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajjal farajahum.
एक सवाल पूछ लो मौलाना साहब.
1 second. So all the students, I know there's 3 or 4 students who didn't get a chance. Inshallah, next session, you'll be the first students I will bring on the mic straight away. Question related to the lesson, go ahead.
जी जैसे ये सारे मंसूब की लिस्ट है तो इसमें लाए नफी जिन्स का इस्म भी तो आ सकता है लाए नफी जिन्स का इस्म नाउन ऑफ लाए नफी जिन्स इसी तरह खबरू लईसा भी इसमें आ सकता है इसी लिस्ट में या नहीं
Okay, that's a good question you've asked.
क्योंकि अगर हम जो करते हैं एनालिसिस करते हैं आयात की
I agree. I think ये जो list है, I think that what they have done, they have only focused on the things which we have covered to some extent in this book rather than all of the list itself. So that's the main reason itself. Yeah, you're right, and that makes sense. I agree with you, but it does. This book is just covering the main themes, what we have covered, which is important. So that's what I think maybe the reason why they haven't covered it itself. Any other questions? No.
Sheikh, are we starting the Saturday this week, or are you doing it next week? Just clarification.
It'll be inshallah next week, of course, and not this will be too quick for everyone. So inshallah, if you want to, I can start from this week, but I think probably next week will be better just to get yourself.
I think next week will be better. Yes, inshallah.
Okay.
Thank you, Sheikh.
Jazakallah khair for that. No problem, inshallah. Muhtaj dua, and thank you for attending.
Jazakallah.
Thank you very much. No problem.